Hey guys, it's Destiny. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. It is Tuesday, January 28th, and I'm starting something new because it's like, y'all know I like to go live a lot because, you know, different creators create in different ways, and it's just so much more easy for me to speak like live in real time. And like I just hate sometimes doing like having to make sure like are like perfect and stuff like that. And so I'm working on a lot of things for the channel, for our main channel, Destiny Reloaded. When it comes to like music business stuff, I'm working on a video right now about Nikki's label. And so we're gonna do a lot of label talk on the channel. Like just this year and period. And y'all know that already, so I'm not trying to do too much, but I'm just trying to like get you guys into the mindset of what we're about to talk about in this video. So I really appreciate you for clicking on it, because it probably doesn't have a thumbnail, it probably has a vague ass title, because sometimes I just need to go on a rant, and I don't want to feel the pressure to have to be perfect, have to have like every tweet pulled up and stuff like that, because like we kind of all know like what's going on right now in the world today. So I put the date up there because Tuesday, January 20th, because like I said, I might do this more often, like a daily diary type thing. And I like doing it on my backup channel because we're not necessarily going to talk about music. We're just going to talk about what's happening that is impacting my thoughts right now and what I want to talk about. So the first thing is that I know that, well, first thing, let me just Trump, right? Should I start with Trump or academics? Y'all let me know in the comments, but I'm gonna start with Trump because I feel like that's gonna be a little bit whatever. But it's like he is freezing a whole bunch of federal aid right now, and my heart goes out to anybody who is impacted by this. And so I don't know, like I'm gonna just pull up some tweets. I guess that I've been retweeting, I've been going crazy or whatever, because it's like it affects so many Americans, not just for our senior citizens, but for those of you guys who are in school right now, who are trying to, like work on your education and whatever. And yeah, but once again, our senior citizens, our vulnerable families who depend on whatever for whatever they need or whatever. And it's really annoying because like I like just learning fuck, I don't know, I forgot how to say it because I learned this like a couple of months ago, but it's like just saying like our like the rich people in our country, like they depend on like federal aid um just as much as like the poor people, if they want to say it, whatever. And I'm not trying to do like a whole bunch of hold on, it says new memo from the White House says the pause is not across the board. So this says, for those asking about student loans or SNAP, no, any program that provides direct benefits to Americans is explicitly excluded from the pause and exempted from the review process. So what does that mean? So the Department of Education said the memo calling for a broad pause on federal spending did not apply to federal student loans or Pell Grants. That money will continue to flow, the statement said. This person said Trump is doing damage control, tried to see how the public reacted and didn't see it in their favor. Chaotic to say the least. Um. So, but what's the point of like pausing federal aid? Like period. Like period. Like I understand what they got this new Doge committee, Department of Government Efficiency or whatever, and yeah, I think that's necessary or whatever, just from a outside looking in basic politics 101 standpoint, because I'm not somebody who's deeply involved in politics. But like, when we have somebody in office like Trump, I know that we're all paying attention way, 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 way more. And it's obviously affecting our everyday lives and stuff like that. And it's crazy because if you follow me on Instagram, bitch, I was dead ass just praising Trump, not really praising Trump last night, but I posted like, Trump did a what's it called? Like I'm to my profile. Trump did he's sending troops to the southern border, to secure the southern border. We all know all of that stuff, but I'm deeply interested and invested in Mexican and Colombian cartels. I'm very, very, that's something that I watch a lot of just documentaries and content about it and stuff like that. And so I'm very interested in how like that world is going to be affected now. And I do think, as somebody who pays a lot of attention to that like my opinion would be that I do think that we need the military to infiltrate Mexico, because like the cartels are very, very too strong. Like they're definitely too strong. Like I said right here, many don't know this about me, but outside of music, I love obsessing over drug trafficking and cartel content. So I definitely think we need the military down there to make a change. Cartels are interesting, but they're too in their own government, the Mexican and Colombian governments are scared of them. It's time that we step in for real. Our country is being destroyed. So cartels are very, very strong. They're strong just like the military. But I was watching this creator right here. I've been watching a lot of political commentary recently, and he was saying that, like, I think he talks a lot about the army or whatever, and he was saying like how our army is like the strongest in the world, like nobody's competing with our army. And so like, yeah, like let's take it, let's go to war with the cartels in Mexico, because like clearly ain't nothing else been working. We've been doing a war on drugs for about 50 years at this point, and ain't nothing else work. So I'm with it. That's one of the things I'm with Trump with. That's one of the wars that I think is actually worth fighting, because all of these other wars that's going on, I don't even know too much about it, but that's over there. How is that affecting the daily lives of the average American citizen? This war right here that's happening across the pond in Mexico, bitch, not even across the pond, because the border is land, okay? You just can walk over there. Like, this is what's affecting our country on a daily basis. Anyway, so I'm with Trump on that. But then I wake up this morning and he doing all of this federal freezing. Nigga, you better get the motherfucker out of here. It's time for niggas to get up. All right. Democrats got to get up. I don't know. I appreciate everybody for what they're doing. But yeah, this is a lot of breaking news going on today. And so, great sources like the New York Times are coming out to clarify what's really going on, because everybody was thinking that he just paused all federal funding. But they're saying that it's not applying to student loans and Pell Grants. And I was, once a student, so I know how important that is. So shout out to everybody who is pursuing an education. Yo, if you're still here right now, please like the video, okay? So I'm gonna move off of Trump for now. I'm gonna move off of politics or whatever, but just know that one thing I'm gonna be keeping tabs on, whether I talk about it or not, is cartels and what's happening in Mexico and at the border and stuff like that. I'm not really, I don't have too much here, yeah. So if that's something that you guys want me to talk more about, then just let me know, because I'm here all day. I watch political content on this all day. I just don't talk about it because whatever. I had a great, an amazing epiphany earlier, when I was making breakfast and stuff like that. And all I'm gonna say right now is no prerequisites, okay? No prerequisites. We'll talk more about that at another time. But anyway, so I hope that you guys are still here listening to me right now. And the last thing I want to talk about is academics being banned. And so I haven't talked about this really at all, for real, because y'all already know the controversy going around with academics and him talking to that 15-year-old and stuff like that. And it's just not behavior that I will ever condone. A lot of people know I reference academics in my commentary on music and music business and stuff like that. So I'm obviously like a fan of him and whatever. And I feel like he does a great way in delivering content in the way that I deliver my content. He is the blueprint for a lot of independent creators that are on YouTube and streamers and stuff like that. And he does drop a lot of gems when it comes to the business side of being a creator. And I feel like a lot of people, like, academics is definitely not not a likable person, but if you spend time listening to him, like, you'll understand, like, how he is and why he is that way. But also, like, just as a creator, like, I don't see things as the normal, like, fan or the normal listener or the normal viewer. I always have my creator ear open. And academics, unlike a lot of these big media personalities, like older media personalities, like a Rob Markman or a Joe Budden or a Wayno, or bitch, anybody, any journalist, Elliot Wilson. The difference between academics and all of those dudes is that academics really, you have to listen to him, so he doesn't say, oh, like, today I'm going to talk about business. But like, no, like, when he's talking about shit, like, if he's in the middle of a topic, he'll stop and give you game on, like, what it is to be an independent creator. And that's what I really appreciate him for the most, because it's like he get it, he get the independent struggle, and he doesn't really have to answer to any corporations, much like Joe Budden. However, he has partnerships with different live streaming platforms, I'm sorry, one of them being Twitch, one YouTube, two Rumble, and then he streams on Twitter or whatever. And so, because of this incident last week with talking to the 15-year-old, he is now being banned, and he has sponsorships that are being taken away from him. And so, it's really hard to watch this for real, for real. It was really hard to even have an opinion for real, even though like I didn't like it, but whatever. It says DJ Academics has been banned from Twitch, and Happy Dad has cut ties with them, sponsoring him. Stake has also unfollowed him. This comes after Academics was exposed for grooming an underage boy. Okay, and so here's the thing about Academics, that which is why he's facing all of this backlash, is because he got to a point in his career where he didn't think that he could get canceled, and it's kind of easy to be there. Like when you have a lot of support, even though Academics is very, very hated, right? But he still has a lot of support, a lot of followers who listen to him. And the only way that you can get canceled is if your own supporters stop supporting you. So, it's really hard to get canceled. Like, why would you really be worried? But now, he's losing partnerships and sponsorships and stuff like that. And this is something to pay attention to, because in all of the different scandals that Academics been involved in, this seems like the worst one, for real, for real. None of his other scandals really moved me like that, but like this one is crazy. And the thing is like, when he addressed it on live stream the other night, and if you still hear, I'm so sorry if you hear like the squeaking in the background. I gotta fix the screws on my desk or whatever. And so, but anyway, so the thing is that Act doesn't know how to apologize. And he's number one, these are things that he lives in, being a misogynist and also being homophobic. Academics is just homophobic. But the issue is with that is that he lives in his truth, and that's fine. The issue that I've always had with Academics is that he just takes his, like, when he doesn't like someone, he takes it too far. He starts talking about sexuality and other things and appearance and stuff like that, and someone's intelligence level, and it's just unnecessary. And I feel like I'm the total opposite of that. If I don't like someone, if you've been listening to me and I don't like someone, I don't like them because of their personality or mainly because of their music. It has nothing to do with the way that they look, what nationality they are, what their sexuality is, for the most part. And that's how we should, keep our commentary for real, because there's no reason for me to be talking about someone's personal choices when I don't even know them like that. That's inappropriate and unprofessional. And so Academics crosses those lines a lot of the time. And so with the homophobia though, he makes excuses saying like, oh, I'm Jamaican, and that's the culture in Jamaica. And sure, it is there, but it's like, don't use that as an excuse to be homophobic. Is that if that's your personal ideals, then that's fine. But stop making it because, oh, I'm Jamaican, I'm this and I'm that. Well, what about all of the Jamaicans who are of the LGBTQIA, sexuality? What about all of the other Jamaicans and Caribbean people who don't necessarily agree with that ideology? You stop speaking up for us. And so that's not something that anybody should really want on the stain of their culture. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, let's think of Vibes Cartel, for example. Vibes Cartel, man to man, gal to gal, that wrong, stand them. They said that in Rampant Shop, and that's fine if they believe that, but you don't see them making excuses, right? Because back in those days, it was more acceptable to be homophobic. You can't do that now. You can't make a song like that now. Okay. And that's the issue that Academics is having, is that, and the other issue is that he doesn't understand that there are multiple definitions of grooming. A lot of people, and him especially, are thinking of grooming as, oh, you're someone of a younger age that I am interested in being sexually involved with. When that is the first definition, but the second definition is like what we saw him doing, which is you talk speaking to younger men and asking them, oh, why aren't you sexually active yet? You ain't got a girlfriend, da 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 da. And in my conversations over the past couple of days with other men, shout out to them, I've learned that that's normal, like barbershop talk that dudes have in the barbershop. And like that's fine, but like that doesn't mean that it's right. And as young men, even if you went through stuff like that with older men pressuring you into having a girlfriend or whatever, I'm sure that you felt uncomfortable. And that's the thing, is that Academics should have stopped when that boy was feeling uncomfortable, but he always takes it a step further. And this is really why he's in hot water, because it's like, then you go to ask the dude, oh, well, you wouldn't do anything with a man? No, I'm straight. No, I'm underage. No, I'm 15. Like, asking the stuff about like same sex like relationships and stuff like that is something that should not be coming out of academics mouth, because you are homophobic. And that's the thing with homophobic men, is that y'all can't be doing all this stuff like joking around and asking if you would do this with a dude and that with a dude, because why are you so worried? Because it gives off the impression that you are scared of other men who like men, right? Like, why is that on your mind so much as a straight man who you say you so macho and you don't do, batiman stuff and all of that? Why you care so much? And that's the other issue, right? The other issue is you asking him why he not doing things with men when he has already expressed his limitations and his boundaries. This is highly, highly inappropriate. And the fact that academics could not understand that and apologize for it, because the dudes he keep around him, they don't really get it either. And some of them give him healthy pushback, but they ain't strong enough. And so now anyway, what they're saying is that they're saying that academics not even banned from Twitch because of his comments. Rather, he's banned. His page said he banned because he called Aiden Ross on stream to talk with Kendrick cousin after Aiden paid 10,000 to buy hospital beds and wheelchairs for Kendrick's cousin. So this page, like, academics just been taking so many hits these days, like with his credibility. I don't condone anything that this page right here posted, but he owns the page or whatever. But now it does seem like they're not sponsored by Steak anymore, because they used to have Steak under everything they post. Now remember, DJ, you have a DJ Academics account, and then you have Academics TV. Now Academics, that's his account that he tweets off of. That I think that's great, it's professional. But this one right here, Academics TV, is ran by his staff, whoever that is. And this is a worse page than a stand page. It's disgusting how they report on people that academics doesn't like or whatever. Okay, they still using the Steak thing. So his business with Steak may still be in business. But I heard that Steak unfollowed him or whatever. So now that Twitch has banned him or whatever, let's see if it's just really like a business thing that they're saying, like Aiden Ross has a deal with like Kick or another streaming company, and so maybe they don't want them communicating because that's promoting that other streaming company on Twitch. But I'm interested in seeing, if YouTube does anything to him, or Rumble, which I don't think. I watch academics on the Rumble platform, but they are a pro-right platform. Fresh and Fit live there, and Republican content lives there and stuff like that. And oh, that's how I wanted to intertwine academics and Trump together. And if you're still listening, I really appreciate you. Please like the video. These are just my thoughts, and I'm not talking about this on my main channel because, people who listen to me, I don't think that they really listen to academics and or care about him. But I think I have a responsibility to address it because I'm a supporter of academics. I watch his content and I reference him. I talk about him. And so it's like how I cannot stand for the things that he has been involved in. And so that's why I'm having this conversation. So this is mainly a conversation for anybody else who's a fan of academics, and just for me, and my personal standing with him and his platform and stuff like that. And the one thing about me, if you follow me on Twitter, I do not mind putting academics on blast. Nigga, you need to get the fuck up and address this shit ASAP. Get up, okay? Get up, because y'all looking crazy. Y'all looking crazy. So, and academics addressed his community in Discord yesterday, and I missed it, but I don't know. I don't like the way that he do his I'm not feeling the way that he run his community, honestly, to be very honest with you. Academics is a really great talent when it comes to delivering news and commentary and stuff like that, but it's a lot of things that he need to do better with. And um I think that I hope that this gives him, regardless of like whether he got banned from Twitch for the grooming allegations or not, I do hope that this serves as a serious reflection for him and to really tighten up his shit, because he the type of man that only will apologize because they get caught, not because they think that the behavior is actually bad. And so I do think that academics just has some academics ain't normal, like, and there's dudes like that. So it's like either you want to be around that or you don't. But you can't be mad when majority of people say that they don't want to be around that. And you got a lot of ops. You have disrespected a lot of people for the sake of commentary, for the sake of content. Even when it comes to Nicki Minaj and stuff like that. And I can agree with some of his commentary, but once again, you be doing too much, like for real on women, and that's why I label you as a misogynist. But I appreciate the way that he delivers his content as well. So it's just like I like people who can be very upfront in whatever like their stances or whatever. Like I don't agree with everything that he does and says, but I do appreciate his content. And so but it's really time to take a hard look. And oh, this is the thing that I wanted to bring up with Ack and Trump. Ack was a huge Trump supporter, during election season. I think they even got a picture together. And I wasn't feeling that obviously, but who cares, for real, for real. But it's like now that, Ack came live, after Trump got elected into office, and not elected, but like the actual inauguration happened. Now oh, I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about politics. I don't really want to talk about politics either. That's why I'm not a political channel. However, you were so gung ho about Trump when he was running, and now because academics said that he votes in self interest. He a millionaire now, so he don't got the same concerns. He want them tax cuts that Trump got for the rich people or whatever, and that's why I think one of the main reasons why he voted for Trump. But y'all Black E got them people of color who voted for Trump, y'all are fucking idiots, because it's just like now, academics, you could very much be self-serving, but listen to this. Most of your supporters are Black or of color. Most of your supporters will be impacted in negative ways by somebody who you endorse. Your fucking celebrities got to understand that it ain't just about you. And that's why I respect people, artists, public figures who just stay out of politics and don't endorse anybody and don't say anything. Because if you want to vote for self interest, that's fine. But I'm going to remember that now, academics. You voted for somebody who was cutting off federal aid to the people just like you who was in college pursuing an education so that they could make a better life for themselves and their family. And now they are being impacted for policies that you voted in. And now you refuse to acknowledge that. And a lot of people who voted for Trump are refusing to acknowledge what he's doing that's actually impacting the American people, that's also going to impact your pockets as well, because you got to understand that somebody like Trump ain't in this for the American people. Because all of these trade wars that he started with, Colombia, they raised their tariffs too. And all that does is just raise the prices that we pay for avocados. Shout out to you if you're still listening to this rant. But yo, 2 weeks ago, I went to Trader Joe's for avocados. I mean, not just for avocados, but they selling avocados for $2. $2 for one avocado, my nigga. Avocados been going up since the pandemic. Nobody should be paying more than honestly 25 cents for an avocado. No more than 50. $2? Bitch, I put them shits back. I said I'll go to Walmart where they got the shit for 88 cents. Or even like BJ's or whatever, but I refuse to pay 150 for one avocado. And that is how Trump's policies will impact the average American. This is utterly disgusting. So academics, I'm really gonna need you to get it together. And once again, I don't depend on academics for political content or conversation, but you can't like just endorse somebody and all of a sudden you don't want to talk about it. But it's like your supporters are being impacted by Trump's policies and ideologies. Do you fuck with that? All right. Anyway, y'all know I got a lot more to talk about, but this was just a rant that I really needed to get off. And so it once again, Tuesday, January 28th. I really, really can appreciate it if you're here, if you're still here with me, if you stayed to the end of this video for real, like seriously. And so I really need your feedback in the comments, because I need to know like who's really out there, who's really listening, and who is supporting me, so that I know if I should keep making this type of content, if I should keep talking like this or not. Obviously, I'm still going to work on edited content and live content and stuff like that, but I really do need an outlet to be able to go on rants. And I'm very much mature to acknowledge when I want to go on a rant, bitch. Okay, ranting ain't a bad thing. All right. So yeah, I need a space to do that, and this is where we gonna do that right here. Okay, no fucking prerequisites. Peace.